Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Yellow, black, 95. Steel, black. Blue striker.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the shotgun, it's Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
Black ultra. Down. Will Green. Black shot. Blaster, 6. Ready?
Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 30. Eagle blue. Slice blue. 6. Trail. Yellow. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the 1st down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
45. White. White. Claws red.
It'll be Young again.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Touchdown, Carolina. Trevor Etienne, 31 yards. And the Panthers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
So from the 37, here's second down and 8.
18, Rattler. Ready, drop 50, Viking 18. 65 catch, 60, go.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And getting this just shy of midfield. They're spotted at the 49. 11 yards for number 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way to take it where they can all the way to the end zone.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
To the right side, this is Walker. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from the 20. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Set, ready. Smash. 52 blue. Claws red. Ready.
Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Shot. 17. Come on. Set. Claws. 10. Red. 38. Set.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6.
Blue. Go. 60 red. 60 red. Yellow. Set.
Young is set to throw. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Look, there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready. Drill green. Slice blue. Black shot.
To throw, Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Red, yellow. Blue striker. Blaster, 6. Hut.
Looking to throw, Young. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Down. Green Jack. Hey, blue. Smash, red. Set,
throwing, Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Young going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Ready up. Close. 10.
Young quickly to the flat. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
10 black. Red, cycle. Ready.
Now here's Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Tag. 70 Lions. Ready.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And Running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 8.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Ready,
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches will put these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. 53. Ready.
Toss left side for ETN. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 22.
55 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the double.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here we go. Set. Black 40. Set. Hut, hut.
ETN on the toss right.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Gun red. Yellow, 22. Slice blue. Claws red. Ready?
They'll try to throw now. Young. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
33. Yellow. Green jack. Ready.
Now Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
For the Panther field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Come on, come on. Hey, Bronco.
Now quickly here to Smith and Jigba. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Warriors, Buffalo 18, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll set up a throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Let go.
Back to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Hurt. Viking 18. Ready.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Ready. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
He'll get that underneath ETN. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now 2nd and 3.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
50, green. Hey, green. You don't blue. Slide blue. Field black. Drill green. Ready.
3rd down, Young from the gun. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
Hey, red. Blue 32. Blaster 6. Claws red. Ready?
They'll throw again. Young. Finding ETN here. Catching it on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Green jack. Yellow. Blue. 45. White. Black shot. Red. Yellow. Black. Red. Red. Cycle. Set.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Xavier Legette.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
The point after is good. And it's now 17-14.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the 1st half.
Warrior 70. Let's go. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on. Hit. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Panther 11, Panther 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19 tight, 19.
Back to throw here.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
10 black, red, cycle. Eagle blue. White, white. Black shot. Green jack. Claws red. Ready.
Looking to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, red. Yellow, 22. Red, red. Steel, black. Black ultra. Light blue. Hut, hut.
Young to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll start with the option. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Ready.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9.
18, Buffalo 18, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Let go.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Second and 5. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
19, 18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 19 Lions, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ready, right?
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's the option. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9.
19, stop. Ready? 6, 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Walker has it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff for the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Yellow. 62 blue. 6 black. Blue striker. Ready?
Here's Young from the shotgun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. Here we green jack. 33. Yellow. Red. Cycle. 10 cycle. Grill green. Quad red. Set.
Young will set to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Set. Black 40. Ready.
And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 29, here's second down and 3.
Wait. Set, hut. Black, 95. Slide through. Ready?
Throwing. Young.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Okay.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Black shot. Ready. 45, shoot, yellow. Blaster, 6. Mega.
To throw, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Down. 33, yellow. Green jack. Go pink. Red, cycle. Check.
Young now. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
22 meter. Red. Come on, set. 60 red, yellow. Red, green. White. Set.
Again, it's Young.
Got a man, that's Ligon.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Edo blue, yellow, black ultra. Ready.
Here is Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really eliminate them. Not cool.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 9.
Tag. Ready.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
Fighting through, he's got space.
He may go.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. It's their quarterback, 66 yards.
And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 75 yards.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
42. Panthers 24. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
On the stick.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. Yeah, it'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Less than a yard.
Let's go. 19-18.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the double.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now back to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
The 35-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Here's 2nd and 3.
28-yard line.
Get it.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Go.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
A loss of 2 yards.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Black 40. Black shot. Green jack. Smash. Red. Set.
Now Young. That one complete to Ligon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Packers first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 32.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Red, cycle. 6, mega. Rail, yellow. Hut.
Young to throw it. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
If I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Red, drill, green. Set.
Young. And he's got it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Panthers 31.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. 45, you, yellow. Blue. Blue striker. Ready.
Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Ready up.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go. Blue, go. Field, black. Claws red. Green jack. Black shot. Smash red. Hut.
Now Young. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they will take a knee here.
Being on some shit. We go 0 to 100 real quick. Maybe on that rapid pay the bills.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.